Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Tuesday night from Los Angeles, California, man. Had a good game tonight on the NBA schedule. Game one of the Indiana Pacers and the Boston Celtics. And man, Boston escaped that one. But India also kind of gave that one away, man. So that was a crazy one, man. Watching the Dodgers about to blow this game right here down 7-3. But we're gonna talk some Los Angeles Lakers basketball today, man, and why I think I did an article on this almost a week ago. I hadn't really had time to do the show yet. So we're gonna talk about why I think the Lakers should absolutely check every box when it comes to attempting to trade for Donovan Mitchell. I've heard a lot of the narratives. I've heard a lot of the what would it cost to get it done, other teams potentially involved. I've heard all of it. I've been kind of dialed in on this ever since before it became a kind of a talking point. Remember, I was telling you guys even halfway through the season, when everyone was talking Trae Young and Murray, all that, I was like, the Lakers have someone higher on their list that they're going to go all out for first. If they can't get that done, then they will pivot. But that guy right now is Donovan Mitchell. And the Lakers appear locked in on trying to make that happen. And I'm here to tell you that it's more possible than people think. Is it likely? Is it imminent? Is it going to happen? I'm not saying any of that. No. Not saying any of that. There are plenty of hurdles. There are things that have to happen and go the Lakers' way, both with the Lakers and Donovan Mitchell, to make sure that this could be a possibility. But I'm going to tell you guys, when you go online or when you go on Twitter or you go on online or you go on other channels and you hear the Dan Gilbert will never talk. Okay. And that's out there. And I get why it's out there. I'm just here to tell you why it's not 100% true. So being that it's out there, we got to talk about it. We definitely got to talk about it. But the whole Dan Gilbert would never, it's not entirely true. All right. There's a lot of things to consider when it comes to that. And we're going to touch on that. But long story short, when it comes to trading for Donovan Mitchell, the reason why it makes the most sense, he makes less than Trae Young. Obviously, he makes more than DeJounte Murray, and he would cost more than DeJounte Murray to get asset-wise. But the fact that he's $35 million, which is $12 million less than what we got Russ at when we got him years ago, and when he does, in fact, sign that extension or opt out and re-sign, then that cap is just going to continue to go up, about 10% per year, what they call cap smoothing. So by the time it gets down to where the Lakers have to pay Donovan Mitchell is when you're really going to see that it's not going to hurt the books as much as it did like when we traded for Russ. It's not apples to apples. So I'm just want to make sure everyone knows that. So I did pin in the comment. I know it's a little different format. This stream right here is more general towards mobile. Majority of my viewers are on mobile devices. So in the top right, you see those three little dots. You click that. That's where you hit the thumbs up to drop a like on the video. So tap those three dots if you haven't done so already. Drop that thumbs up to drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet already. And if you're on the computer, then it's pretty much the same routine for you. Nothing's changed for you. So, but yeah, so like I said, the way the cap is going to work, the way it's all structured, it is totally different now than when it was when we traded for Russ. So that's why it's really important you guys read that article. And I pinned it at the top of the chat. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead. I'm going to throw it in the chat, throughout the show here, because like I said, the new mobile platform here, sometimes you guys can't see the pinned ones. So I'm going to continue to throw it in there. All right. And make sure to check out that article. I'm going to be adding an update to that article in the coming days because there's a layer to it that I need to add. But what I want to talk about right off the top, is why this can happen. And then we'll get to why people are saying it can't. And you guys can chime in. I see everybody in. Appreciate you for tuning in. Fofo, I see you, man. Appreciate you. He says, unless Spider going to do what AD, the only requesting a trade with the Lakers, don't see Spider in the Lakers uniform. That's a fair point. We're going to talk on that. I'm going to talk why that's fairly easy to pull off there. Kane, what's going on, sir? He says, I'm sold. I think we are. Hello, Craig. Happy to see you, man. Reeves, Rui, 2-3 first rounds. We got a deal that's legit. What the Cavs said they want. I'm telling you, this is way more possible than people think. I'm checking in with y'all before I go a little deep here. Rumor Chris Paul to the Lakers. Hope we now good. If that is, it'll be when he's contract is not picked up and it would be at a veteran minimum as a backup role. So that would be in that case. So just take that into consideration. Don't think the Cavs owner wants to help Bron win another chip. Beezy, I'm hearing you, and I'm going to tell you why he wouldn't be helping Bron win a chip. I'm going to tell you this right now. He has more interest in helping his own team. The general manager has more interest in helping his own team. He's been away for a while. I want to say shout out to Dan Gilbert and his family for him getting to the point where he can come back health-wise. He had a severe stroke, and at the end of the day, I know that it's basketball, and a lot of people dislike him for a lot of different reasons. But at the end of the day, outside these lines on a human element, I want to say, God bless him and his family, and the fact, he lost a son, and the fact that he's able to, even if him coming back to run the day-to-day hurts the Lakers, I still want to say God bless to him and his family. And I am happy that life comes first and all this other stuff. And I don't wish that on nobody. And when it does happen to somebody, no matter who it is, I wish recovery. And so God bless him and his family, and shout out to him for that recovery. Like I said, even if it ends up hurting the Lakers, I don't care. The human element comes first. So shout out to him for that. Absolutely. Hit that like button. Craig says Cleveland won't trade with Lakers because of Dan Gilbert hates LeBron. Okay. Again, narratives, guys. Okay. So I'm going to touch on a couple of these real quick. So first and foremost, the Lakers' ability to what they can offer. The 3 unprotected first-round picks, potentially some SWAT, some cash, because the Lakers didn't use any cash this season. They still have $7 million in cash. That's a lot of things that a lot of people aren't talking about. I'm sure they'll use some of that in a deal to potentially buy a draft pick for Bronny, but who says Cleveland can't be that person they buy that draft pick from? So listen to what I'm saying, because like I said, no one's going to cover this. No one. Okay. 3 unprotected first-round picks. Pick swaps, second-round picks plus $7 million in cash. Players like Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves, maybe even a D'Angelo Russell. For some reason, it gets out that he can't get a guaranteed $19 million next year. It's all possible, okay? Now, could it not happen? Absolutely. Some people are calling it long shot. Some people are calling it delusional. I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you right now. Why does this sound familiar, y'all? I'm going to ask you, why does this sound familiar? Dan Gilbert would never do a trade with the Lakers to help LeBron. Dan Gilbert would never send Donovan Mitchell to the Lakers. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, yeah, I know why it sounds familiar. The Pelicans would never send Anthony Davis to the Lakers. The Benson family would never send Anthony Davis to the Lakers. Yeah, what happened the summer of 2019, y'all? Remember the around the trade deadline of 2019, the same year. Excuse me, 2018, previous year. What happened? Anyone remember that trading deadline? When the Los Angeles Lakers sent Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr. to Cleveland for Isaiah Thomas and Channing Frye and a first-round pick in a move that both Cleveland, the Lakers, LeBron, and everyone knew was the move that put the Lakers cap-wise in position to sign LeBron James that next summer. The Cavs would never do that deal with the Lakers, they said, because they would never make the path easier for Bron to go there. The Cavs would never do that, they said. Guess what? That trade got done. Later on, the same people, matter of fact, the same person, the very same person who has no ties to the Lakers, writing that article that Dan Gilbert would never, was the same guy that said it was a pipe dream and LeBron James would never go to the Lakers in the summer of 2018. Would never. Y'all see this pattern here? Y'all see this pattern? All right. Again, not saying they're going to get Donovan Mitchell. I want to be clear about this. I'm not saying it. All I'm saying is these narratives mean absolutely nothing. Nothing. Because here's the thing, and let me tell you why. Not only did all those things I said that they said weren't going to happen, happened, the Lakers and Cavs have done business while LeBron was on the Lakers. They took Rajon Rondo off their hands. They took JaVale McGee off their hands in 2 separate trades, all to free up money for the Lakers to help a LeBron James team tax-wise and roster-wise. That's 3 transactions. And who knows how many other conversations since 2018. Matter of fact, I dare you to find a team that the Lakers have traded with more I'm just saying. Please stop me when I stop telling the truth, y'all. I'm just saying, you ain't gonna hear this nowhere else. That's why I'm telling you. This is the realest part right here. This is where you come for that real. Okay. So, secondly, at the end of the day, here's the thing. This is exactly the same thing that happened with the AD situation. The exact same thing. Here's a player that potentially wants out, that has an extension on the table, has a player option with leverage, and it's keep him quiet. He's really not saying nothing. He's not saying nothing. And a matter of fact, that Anthony Davis trade demand would never have gone public if the Pelicans weren't in their feelings and leaked it to make AD look bad. They lowered their own trade value of what they could get for AD by being petty. A lot of people ain't talking about that part, right? They're not talking about that part. AD never came out publicly and said it. He gave the courtesy. His agent, Rich Paul, called New Orleans. At the time, general manager Dell Demps, who's known for all kinds of buffoonery. We're going to touch on that on another video soon. To give them the heads up, hey, look, he's not going to extend. And he's not going to pick up his player option. And he's going to walk. So he's giving you a chance to get something back for him. If you could work out a trade between the Lakers and the Knicks, he would commit to those two teams. And they leaked it to make it look worse on AD. And they, in turn, burned themselves when it came to trades. So I'm just trying to tell you, take all that into consideration. Take that all into consideration. So now when I say that to say this, Clutch knows how that went down. Clutch knew all that. So maybe Donovan goes to Cleveland. It never becomes public. It never becomes an embarrassment. It never becomes negotiating through the media or microphones in Donovan Mitchell's face. And it just gets done in the background. The reason I say this, why I feel this is already something being discussed and there's already kind of things being done. If you just look at what's happened in the last couple of days, all of a sudden is when the Cavs talked to Donovan Mitchell, it came out that if the Cavs talked to Donovan Mitchell about a possible extension, that Rich Paul wants to talk to Cleveland about Garland. Now, see what that does is that signals to Cleveland that if you decide Mitchell, you're going to go down that path and offer it. And when you're talking with Mitchell, let us know so we can talk to you about Garland. But what that does is it gives Clutch a reason to be speaking to them on business matters without any tampering issues. Because they're talking about their client. See, this is the smart part about it. They're talking about their client, but they're using Mitchell as a reference to open the door to talk about their client with Cleveland. It's brilliant. See, nobody catches this. Nobody catches this. Speaking of catching, did y'all realize that all this smokescreen of Trae Young to the Lakers, all that smokescreen, and then what happened? Trae Young realized he was being used as bait and cover and then bailed on Clutch. I'm not going to be your guys' poster up here to block all this smoke screen and all this stuff. I'm not going to do that. He dipped. He figured it out. And he got out of there. So the people that say that Dan Gilbert would never make a trade with the Lakers, he might not make this trade. But to say that he would never make a trade with the Lakers, that sounds a lot like the Pelicans will never trade Anthony Davis to the Lakers. The Benson family will never trade Anthony Davis to the Lakers. The GM of the Pelicans would never, David Griffin would never send Anthony Davis to the Lakers. LeBron James would never join the Lakers. Cleveland will never make a trade with the Lakers to make it easier for LeBron to join the Lakers. Hit him with a three-piece because all three of those things were proven wrong. All three of them. All three of them. So at the end of the day, whoever's standing on that he would never, I'm just telling y'all, man, just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. Now, why this turns back to why it matches very similar to what is going on now with what happened in both around the trade deadline of 2019 and then the summer of 2019. This is important because this is very similar. This is very similar, okay? Very similar. Telling you that player option, the ability to extend and turn down an extension, is the same thing that Mitchell is doing here. So, for those who say, well, New Orleans is interested, or maybe OKC, maybe Brooklyn, maybe Houston. Yeah, this is all very true. All very true. However, let's not conveniently leave out that he has that player option that he can flex some leverage. Now, it could be this. It could be this. Look, Donovan Mitchell does not have to publicly request a trade. All he has to do is agree to not sign that extension. What that does is that forces Cleveland's hands. They've been down that path before. They're going to have to move him at that point. And the closer it gets to the trade deadline, the less they're going to get for him. The best time will be during the summer. Now, when they offer him that extension and he declines it, if he does, let's say he signs it, maybe. Again, I'm not saying any of this is happening. I want to be clear about this. I'm laying out the groundwork and the plan for how this could become a reality. I'm just giving you an alternative solution to just saying it can't happen because of Dan Gilbert. I'm just giving you that. Because what could very well happen here is when they offer that extension and he declines it, if he indeed does, then we're looking at, okay, then it's going to be other teams are going to call, try to trade for him, and they're going to ask for permission to speak to Donovan and his representation. Now, at that point, Donovan, without any form of demanding a trade, without any form of making it public what his destination is, will more than likely tell every team that comes calling the same thing he's telling Cleveland. He will not sign an extension, and he will most likely decline his player option and become an unrestricted free agent wherever he goes, other than the team he intends to stay long-term with. Now, if you're Brooklyn, OKC, Houston, New Orleans, all those teams, that lessens the offer that they make for Mitchell. Now, all of a sudden, and this is a big if, capital I, capital F, if it ends up being that the Los Angeles Lakers are the only team he says that he will commit to upon being traded there, well, now they can empty the clip. They can give those 3 unprotected pick swaps, Reeves, Rui, $7 million in cash. And that second round pick that becomes Bronny James from Cleveland. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is, for everyone out there who says it'll never, all those, for every it'll never, I've gotten I told you so or I could show you. Okay? But again, this doesn't mean it's happening. This doesn't mean he's coming. This doesn't mean it's going to happen. None of that. All I'm saying is it is more possible than people who are closing the door on it are willing to admit. It really is. And like I said, I challenge you to find another team that the Lakers have had more business with or done more trades with since 2018 than the Cleveland Cavaliers. They did the deal to help LeBron get to LA, and they've done deals to get money off Lakers books to help them make other moves. So I challenge those who say that Cleveland will never do anything to quote unquote help LeBron, why they've helped the Lakers over the course of years. And at the end of the day, this is about helping their franchise, their team. 3 unprotected first round picks, potentially, if no other team is willing to offer that, would be the best offer for him. They'd have to consider it. Just like when New York, Boston, and all these other teams wanted AD, didn't really get the full-fledged commitment. He probably would have with New York, but they just really going to really offer up everything. They had other guys in mind. But Boston would have went all in. They would have given a ton of picks, maybe even considered Tatum, if not definitely Jaylen Brown. And because he basically said, look, I will not commit. That's just telling the truth. And that ended up being how AD got to the Lakers, and that very well could be how Donovan Mitchell winds up on the Los Angeles Lakers. But a lot has to happen. That remains to be seen. But shout out to y'all for tuning in, man. Like I said, please drop a like on the video if you haven't done so already. The new mobile format here is you tap those 3 dots on the top right if you're on your mobile device, and then hit that thumb up button for the like. 24 likes on the video, so greatly appreciate everyone who's done it already. But I'm curious to see what you guys think. I know you guys out the gate were like, nah. But I'm telling you, this is more possible than people are letting on. So let me get back to some of the chats here. Give me 1 second. What did I leave up here? We said Mitchell not the answer. Best scenario, let LeBron walk and spend the money to fill holes and get younger. We were the Lakers before LeBron. Our brand sells. I hear you, Roy. And I'm not here to disagree with you on that. I'm just here to tell you that's more than likely not how the Lakers are thinking, man. Ross says, we're not getting Mitchell. I hear you, but we might. I'm telling you, man. Rob, salute to you as well. Appreciate you, man. Reg Dog says, LOL, man, they sell us a new dream every summer. Enough is enough. I hear you, though. I hear you, Reg Dog. You're absolutely right. We cannot execute a trade over Cavs and Bulls. They will not help the Lakers be better. That got walked back today by the person that quoted it, and actually spoke to that person as well. So that was kind of mentioned kind of loosely. That's the intel. But like I said, the reality is the Bulls don't really make a ton of trades. But Caruso being in the final year of his deal, and most likely not to return, they might have to, but we'll have to see about that. But like I said, that definitely did get walked back there. Yeah, Grove is terrible today for sure. Dodgers lost, man. Alejandro, what's up, man? Jeff in the house. Let's enjoy him before he starts getting 50K listeners per live. That would be incredible. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but I greatly appreciate the support. I appreciate the well wishes. HC Picks, what's up, brother? I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm here to tell the truth, bro. Here to tell the truth. Ross says, Jeff, do you hear rumors about Chris Paul to the Lakers? Yep, I talked about that earlier. Again, that was mentioned in the same show that the one about the Bulls and Caruso were all in. What it is he has a non-guarantee. So either the Warriors trade him, and then they would have to pick up. If they trade him, they would have to pick up that guarantee. So a team would have to take him for salary, maybe buy him out, which makes it different. Versus if the Warriors do not pick up his guarantee, he becomes a free agent versus a buyout guy. So that's a little bit different. But he could become a Laker on a vet minimum as a backup. We're gonna have to wait and see. I don't think that's really news right now. There's a lot of other things the Lakers are going to be looking at prior to CP3. I think that could be something like a Christian Wood situation towards the end after things have settled. But I think it's definitely not unrealistic. We've been kind of knowing this ever since he got traded from Phoenix, that it's possible for him to get bought out, waived, or whatever it was. Ever since that happened, he's been moved a couple of times since, and we'll see what happens. But it's really not a top tier thing. It doesn't totally move the needle. If Chris Paul's giving you 15 minutes as a backup point guard, that's not the worst thing in the world. But the Lakers got much bigger fish to fry than that right now. Yes, we just talked about that. What's that one Peruvian guy, man? Plus Braun will be off the books by the time you actually pay him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's going up 10% per year because of cap smoothing. And like a lot of people don't want to talk about cap smoothing because they really just don't know anything about it. But luckily for y'all got me. So I'm gonna tell you what that is. So y'all remember in 2016 when that new TV deal hit and the new cap and the new CBA, all that boomed. What they did was they just gave all of that available money available in the summer of 2016. All summer 16, right? 2016. You had Luol Deng, you had Timothy Mozgov, Alan Crabb, Evan Turner, all these guys getting stupid, dummy, ridiculous, ignorant contracts in the summer of 16, but only a handful of guys benefited from that cap bump. So the league learned their lesson from that. Instead of applying it to one summer, they applied what they called cap smoothing. And what they're going to do now is they're just going to raise the cap a little bit each summer so that more players can take advantage of that spike. So pretty much 10% a year is what you can expect for the next handful of years. And then in 2026, when that new TV deal hits, like I said, by the time the Lakers have to pay Mitchell or whoever they move for because of cap smoothing, it's going to continue to rise. And especially at the point where Braun's contract comes off the books, then you're looking at going there, adding that third guy to whether it be Mitchell or whoever, and AD. So this is totally different than a situation like trading for Russell Westbrook because of cap smoothing. And being that I'm your, your CBA capologist over here on YouTube. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you that information because a lot of people just don't know that. And so that's why it's a totally different situation. When we traded for Russ, got rid of all of our depth, we had no way to replace it or fix it. With this situation, we do. We would. And that's what I'm saying. That's why this is so different. It's why the Lakers, rather Cleveland plays ball or doesn't want to play ball, whatever they do, this is why they have to go all in on trying to make it happen. No matter what the narratives are, no matter what what's being said publicly or behind the scenes, no matter what, you have to call Cleveland's bluff on this. You've got to go out there and do whatever you can to try to make this deal happen, because at the end of the day, this is the best thing that moves the needle for you. There's another option, and I mentioned it on my last stream, so for you here, you heard it, but I'm actually gonna do a whole nother video on it. I've got a couple more videos of not just daily topics that a lot of these other people are talking about, but actual studying the cap, looking what moves Lakers can make that can help them keep depth, lead to wins, and potentially get them into contender status. Not favorite, but contender status. But like I said, this move right here for Mitchell is something that I think is more possible than people think, man. Spida is a CAA client. This is true. But so was D'Angelo Russell. They traded for D'Lo, re-signed D'Lo. The CAA thing is something that, again, is a false narrative. We've had CAA clients before. We will continue to do so. It's just a Laker roster, and obviously Clutch prioritizes Clutch clients. But CAA clients are not abnormal on the Laker roster, and they never have been. There's no secret that Rob Pelinka and Aaron Mintz have had issues in their past. But at the end of the day, like I said, they were working together to try to make a Paul George deal happen. In the end, it didn't. But that was on the Lakers side. That was the Lakers' fault more than it was CAA or Aaron Mintz or even Paul George. that was on Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka. So like I said, that's another false narrative there when it comes to CAA. This Chris Paul to Lakers rumor is hilarious. This ain't the wheelchair league. I hear you, Roy. LeBron 23, what's up, man? I hope Lakers should also interview Rajon Rondo as a head coach position. I haven't heard anything close to that. I do know, and I did hear something last season when he was kind of around the team the day of the trade deadline, that they brought him in and they were considering having him consult kind of on some films and like scouting and like film work type stuff. Nothing really came of it. But maybe he's something that can join the staff. Like I said, so the JJ Redick thing, which we talked about, and like I said, I felt, again, this could all be wrong, right? But like I said, I feel that this is the Coach K involvement and all this. I feel this is all about ironing out a staff, figuring out a culture, and helping with the transition. I believe at this point it's going to be JJ. Like I said, I don't think the Lakers are excited over any of the other potential clients. I think they see them all as equal risk, but JJ probably the only home run client has a chance at star potential. And it's funny because I said this on my last 2 streams that I said, man, he kind of has that Riley factor of the toughness and the tenacity. And now you saw how that kind of went everywhere today. You guys, I said that on 2 previous streams. And not obviously, he's not to say that he's going to have Riley's illustrious career. That'd be wild to say that. But as far as some of his traits, he does have. He's kind of no nonsense. He can fire back at the media. He can fire back at a team, star player, role player. It doesn't matter. Ownership. I think he has kind of that spiciness that the Lakers need in their head coach. Like I said, I can see him on the podium calling out Stephen A. Smith and people on First Take about a take they had about him or his team. I could see him calling them out. I could see him calling out his players. I can see him being that hold people accountable guy. I can. Now, does that lead to victories and championships? I don't know. But like I said, I think that's why I said that a couple streams ago. Now you guys heard that come out today, right? So I do see a little bit of that. I'm not saying he's going to have Pat Riley's resume. God, no, that'd be foolish to say. But he does have some of the characteristics for sure. He definitely does. Ultra, uber competitive. A little snarly there, right? Got some nastiness. I think that's what they need after their last handful of coaches. Post Phil Jackson. You might just have to think outside of the box at this point. Only because I just don't love any of the other options and opportunities. That's just kind of where I'm at with it. But back to what we're talking about here. Tony, what's going on, man? I appreciate you. Reg Dog says, I see you, man. How do you do the phone format on live? So it's just a setting within StreamYard. You do portrait instead of landscape. CP3 is washed. Absolutely. I agree at this point. Oh God, here you go, JSJ. JSJ, I'm about to take your wrench away. You talk about Mark Jackson one more time. I'm just playing. Let's see. Tony says Empire Jeff, the only Lakers podcaster that turned up today. Trevor and Dan not interested in Indiana, Boston. Boston are true rivals, not Denver. No, I mean, I'm not. I can't. I read that. I'm not necessarily saying I echo that. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, no. I mean, a lot of people. I was just messing with you. I mean, I was talking a lot of trash on Sunday night about. And again, I was like, yo, what time was that a LA Timberwolves parade today, man? I want to make sure it didn't mess up anything I was trying to schedule today, man. That LA Timberwolves parade today was wild, right? No, I was just me talking to Esh, just trolling a little bit, having some fun. But yeah, I was a little like I'm a little bit confused how people weren't more loud about like some of those Boston losses and Denver losses. That is crazy, but people can do what they want. I was just messing around. But at the end of the day, yeah, I'm definitely turning up, more against Boston than I am against Denver. But at the end of the day, I get it. People felt a certain way about it. Mike Malone running his mouth, those guys running their mouths. They were hyped up to see them fail. But like I said, man, this ain't Game of Thrones. We're not resurrecting Jon Snow, right? Denver Nuggets losing does not bring my Lakers back. So I didn't really care that much. You know what I mean? It wasn't personal to me. It was more like, damn, man, we still can't beat these dudes. What do we got to do? I move on. I'm not emotional with that stuff. Never too high, never too low. That's just my style. Not that anyone else's style is wrong. It's just mine's different. You know what I mean? But yeah, I would say you always turn up for a Boston L. And you always turn up for a Lakers win over Boston. I've said numerous times, I don't hate a single team in this league. I don't even hate Boston. I hate losing to them, and I love beating them. I love the fact that they're part of the league because that rivalry saved the league. I love the history. Like I've got no problem with any of that. I just love beating those MFs. You know what I mean? And I hate losing to them. Outside of that, like it's ain't nothing personal. You know what I mean? But yeah, I wasn't over here acting like it was New Year's Eve because Denver lost. Like that was weird to me. The people actually representing themselves as LA Wolves or LA Timberwolves, posting logos and all that stuff. To each his own. I'm just saying it's not for me. That's a little too it's just a little too something else for me, man. I'm not with that. Greg says, what's good, Greg? What's good, Jeff? I think we should try to get Murray from ATL. He's way cheaper than Trey. And the May Troll and Capella throw in Troll. He's an expiring contract. That'd be a little bit too pricey. That'd be in the $45 million range or something like that to pull those two off. But I will say that Murray is possible. Like I said, I'm gonna have another video. I've got another video of a scenario that I think Laker fans would like outside of Donovan Mitchell. But Donovan Mitchell, I would put that as the number one target right now. Number one target for the Lakers, I would put as Donovan Mitchell. I think that's something they need to strongly consider putting at the forefront until that deal is dead or until he goes somewhere else, and then kind of move on from there. Because I think the impact of getting Donovan outweighs what could possibly get anything else. But I got some other things I'm going to cook up for you guys for sure. Yo, Jeff, did you steal DJ's format? No. So DJ, FYF, Kareem, like a lot of them have been telling me like reasons to go this route and do it. So like I said, my big brothers in the game put me up on game. So definitely, I talked to them, DJ, like I said, Kareem, all these dudes who've been doing the Lamont, all these dudes who been doing the portrait format. Like I said, majority of my viewers are on cell phone devices and are on phones. So the mobile format tends to be like more beneficial for mobile. So I'm gonna go back and forth. I don't know if I necessarily love this or not. You guys let me know. But like I said, there's a reason why a lot of them are kind of doing it. And like I said, if you guys don't like it, I'm not sure if I love it or not. But we can always go back to the other one. That's fine. But Fofo says, I remember in 2019, but Spider needs to tell the Cavs that he only wants to be traded to the Lakers. So he doesn't have to tell. See, that's what I'm saying. You probably said this after what I said earlier. He doesn't have to tell them that's not entirely true. So he does not have to tell them that. He doesn't have to tell them that he'll only want to go to the Lakers. When other teams get permission to speak to him, he can basically tell them, I'm not going to extend and I'm going to, opt out and explore free agency. By doing that, it will scare the other teams off. And that's what I'm saying. It's not a public trade demand. He can't get fined. There's no trouble with it. And that's what I'm saying. You do it cleaner. You're not embarrassing Cleveland. It's not a media spectacle. And that's what I'm saying. If you want Cleveland to work with you and you want it to you have a legitimate chance with this, I feel it's best to not let it get messy. Where Damian Lillard and his camp and all that messed up of not getting to Miami is that he made it messy, waiting until after the draft, waiting until after they offered that contract to Jeremy Grant, doing all these things, let the team do things thinking he was staying, and then pulling the rug out from under them made it to where they no longer had interest in helping him. If Donovan Mitchell does this the right way, the Cavs may very well respect the process and let him talk to the teams and then take what the offers are from these teams and then go from there. It's very possible. I'm dead serious. D Wade went back to Miami. Yep, he did. That's what I'm saying. Like it's let's see. The Pelicans changed general managers, who was the former general manager of the Cavs. That's when the deal got done. The deal got done, but that had nothing to do with him. The owners were saying no at the trade deadline. Benson said no, heck no. So they turned it down. Dell Demps, doesn't have the authority to make the deal. He's got to put a framework in and then bring it to ownership. Ownership would not do the deal at the time. So it wasn't Griffin getting there that got the deal done, because they got the same variation of the trade that they would have gotten before. They realized over the summer and throughout, once the season was over, like I said, when you start talking to other teams and you see what the offers are, they realized that it wasn't going to happen. So Griff was definitely not helping out the Lakers. He just realized, and Benson realized, that family realized that there was no better deal out there, and credit to them by realizing and eventually swallowing their pride, and instead of just being spiteful, going out there and getting the best deal that they could possibly get for Anthony Davis, and they got that. And shout out to the Lakers for offering up and not waiting until he became a free agent and potentially risk losing him like they did Paul George when Indiana traded him to OKC. These were all learning lessons. So when that happened, while I understand that it was Griffin that came in at that point, the former Cavs GM, but at the same time, that deal was completed because ownership wasn't going to sign off on the other offers that they were receiving. Donovan was not going to save us. If it happened, I see us winning 48 games. This isn't about Donovan saving us, but this is about the best move they could possibly make in order to improve on their team and then still fill in around the team both now and in the future. Donovan will not be a savior. Anthony Davis and LeBron James still have to stay healthy. The Lakers still have to make roster moves. They still have to get the right coach. But I broke all this down in my article. And once again, I'm going to go ahead and post that article in the chat. Go ahead and check out my Substack article, similar to what I'm talking about now, but there's a lot more details and information in there. Let me check the like count here, y'all. Let me check the like count. All right. 39 likes on the video. So if you're on mobile, those three dots in the top right, select that and then go hit that thumbs up to drop a like on the video. We'd greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel also if you have not done so already. About 30% of the people who tune in on a nightly basis have yet to subscribe to the channel. So please do so. We also have memberships over here. 3 different tiers. For less than the cost of lunch, you could become a member for a month. Member-only videos, vlogs, giveaways. So go ahead and become a member. You hit that join button and go and become a member here on the channel. If you do shop at Fanatics, in the description, we have our Fanatics link. The good people at Fanatics have partnered with the channel over here. Your order experience does not change. It's just if you make a purchase, they donate a portion of that sale to the channel, which helps the channel grow, helps monetize the channel. So we'd greatly appreciate that. And join us over on playback.tv/EmpireJeffTV. I'll probably be back over on Playback right around when the finals starts. Just been really busy, but I'm going to try to knock out all the finals games. So playback.tv/EmpireJeffTV. Go become a member to that room over there and come watch the finals for free with us. I appreciate y'all, though, man. Appreciate y'all. All right. Let's see here. Trying to catch up to all these here. Oh, yeah. Good God. I'm about to mute his name on this channel, bro. It's just so I know you're kidding, but oh my God. Like it's crazy, bro. Judah Rising, what's going on, man? Red Dog is bitter, man. He's over there. He's been on a strike and protesting the Lakers for a minute here. So I'm gonna let him rock. Man. He's frustrated. We all are. I don't know why people are so pessimistic about Mitchell. We can get him if nobody can offer better than us. Also, Mitchell wanted to be on a competitive team where a competitive Mitchell is 27 points per game average. That's what I'm saying. And I'm just trying to tell you, man. I think he's always kind of hinted at wanting to be in a bigger market. The Knicks are no longer interested in him. Brooklyn is not the Nets. Brooklyn is not the Knicks. OKC is not the Knicks. Houston not the Knicks. So like I said, while I'm not going to sit up here and say like, oh yeah, this is happening, this is going to happen. It's not what I'm saying. I will never say that, but I'm telling you, if you guys read my article and if you heard what I've been saying, It is more possible than you think. And like I said, all them narratives, don't pay attention to them. They're not 100% true. Like I said, the New Orleans Pelicans were never going to trade Anthony Davis to the Lakers. LeBron James was never coming to the Lakers. The Cleveland Cavaliers were never going to make a trade with the Lakers that would make it easier for them to sign LeBron James that summer. I'm just trying to tell y'all, man, them narratives, though. And once again, let me remind you that the Los Angeles Lakers and Cleveland Cavaliers have done more business together than any other team the Lakers have worked with since LeBron became a Laker. Run tell that. Just trying to put you all up on game, man, because no one else is doing it. Let's see here. Alejandro, what's going on, man? He said, trade 2 first-round picks, Reeves, Vincent, and Phillips for Murray. Keep D'Lo and either use him or Rui or both and remaining first for deadline disgruntled star. So while that could be possible, what the problem is here is cap-wise, deadline disgruntled star. Depending where the Lakers are cap-wise, it could be limited at what they could do around the trade deadline. If you guys have not yet figured out, I'll put you up on game one more time. The play-in tournament, I guess you could call it a tournament. The play-in tournament, essentially, has kind of destroyed the trade deadline. It really has. Play-in tournament has destroyed the trade deadline. So there seems to be way less sellers, way more buyers, and a lot fewer moves at that time, which is good for the league because we're getting that parity. We're getting a lot of things that we love. Teams are staying committed to the chase. Get that extra game or two. And still potentially be in the lottery while getting that revenue. It works. So a lot of teams are not making those bigger deals. It's becoming more and more evident that these deals are better to be done in the summertime when teams have more picks. Teams have more roster flexibility, money to buy picks, all of this. Get another pick 7 years out available. It's becoming more and more like the trade deadline is going to be a lot less spicier. And the summer going to be a lot more fuego, okay? So kind of start getting used to that. But I think that this summer can be some of the biggest fireworks we've seen. And I ain't talking about 4th of July, you heard? So what I'm saying is it has real potential to get dummy this summer. The new Biggie Man, the full meal. Last summer was just the appetizer of the new CBA. This is the full meal, man, this summer. And so potential to get wild crazy. And the Lakers are in perfect position to be part of that craziness. Plenty of teams are going to want those picks. Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura have very movable, attractable money. Depending on what happens with D'Lo, the Lakers can, contrary to what you've been hearing, they absolutely can, C-A-N, be part of a sign and trade for D'Lo and send him out. Sign and trade coming into the Lakers, hard caps them at the first apron. I don't believe they have interest in doing that this season. However, signing, trading a player out hard caps you at the second apron. That's where the Lakers want to live at. They will always treat that second apron as their roof. I'm telling you, they are not going into that second apron. So if they operate that way, sending out D'Lo in a sign and trade is absolutely possible. And they potentially can do things. Not only they could trade, they can get D'Lo out of there, sign him out of here, send him somewhere from 15, 20, 25, whatever $1 million, and not even take a player back. So they can send him into someone's cap space, or in a 3-team deal, send him into someone's cap space, and they'll just get a trade exemption back for the money of which they're not getting back on him. So just keep that in mind. A lot of people are not mentioning or paying attention to that. They don't have to get a player back for D'Lo. They can get a trade exemption that they can use later. Okay, that's very, very important. You even got me saying my R's here. Okay, they could use it later. Okay, so keep that in mind. Again, a lot of people are putting you up on game about that. D Prince, what's up, sir? If we are targeting Spider this offseason, we should not hire a head coach that doesn't have a bit of experience. We need an experienced coach, or at least an experienced assistant like Chris Quinn. Well, I'm going to tell you this. I don't believe for a second, because I do at this point believe it's going to be JJ. I do believe it's going to. Could that change? Yes. Will it change? I don't know. I believe it's going to be him. So let's operate under that understanding. That's what my train of thought is. Like I said, I could be wrong. I also believe that a lot of these guys that they're talking to as potential head coaches may end up being assistants. I think that's possible. There's been rumblings potentially about Stan Van Gundy joining JJ's staff. Now, you want to talk about a drama staff of just loudmouths pushing back, holding people accountable, calling people out, barking back at the media. You have JJ Redick and Stan Van Gundy on that. I mean, who says it stops there? What if the Lakers get both Van Gundys? Holy. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but Jeff ain't doing nothing right now. And I ain't talking about this, Jeff. They talk about me. And you get the Van Gundy boys up there with JJ Redick, man, that's a reality show for your. I'm just trying to tell people. Man. Do an impression of what happens when organizations make trades. What do you mean? I don't understand what you mean, King. Rodell says Dan Gilbert does not to trade with Lakers. Again, wanting to and realizing it's your best option are two different things. The Pelicans did not want to trade with us, but they had no choice in the end. That could happen again. I hope AD wakes up and see Clutch is using him to take the bullet for Braun, killing another coach and demand a trade. You know what's funny? It's funny you mentioned that. Yeah, it is kind of funny how they're distancing LeBron from this whole coaching search and all this stuff when you know he's involved, and it's okay that he's involved. It's absolutely okay that he's involved. And I also don't believe that Braun should take should be labeled a coach killer for what happened with Darvin. I don't believe that. But it is kind of funny how they're doing everything they can to clear and clean that up and kind of AD flex to get Darvin out, which I hope is actually true. I hope that AD is gaining that much power in the organization. I hope that to be true. But in the end of the day, if AD is getting more power, that is good. But it does seem Darvin gone, quote unquote, because of AD. The new coaching that's being picked is AD is being being consulted on this. So it is kind of funny how AD's name is linked to all this and LeBron isn't. That is different. That is new. But I understand it. I get it. And I think it from their perspective, it's smart. But I'm not buying that for a second, and nor should you. But I do think that it's not unintelligent. You know what I mean? To say that. Let me see here. We got I think we got some action down here. Hold on. Let me get down here. We got a new member in the building. I believe I said your name wrong last time. I believe you corrected me. It was Highly Ford, right? So thank you so much for not only for your super chats, not only were you my first subscription on Substack as far as a paid annual subscription. So thank you so much for that. And then you hit me with a membership today. Thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. You could be anywhere in the world, any other channel, members of all these other things, subscriptions, super chats, all that. But you're here with me. You're a Team Empire, Jeff, and I greatly appreciate you. And we thank you very, very much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let me get back to where I was up here. Where was Reg Dog's comment last? I'm trying to, you know me, man. I try to get to all y'all chats, man. Okay, here we go. You laughing at Lewis, what's up, my guy? Thank you for tuning in, brother. I appreciate you. Dusty Demon Destroyer, what's going on, man? LeBron wins first year coaches rings, and that's all. Hey, see, facts, man. See, a lot of people don't talk about that. Thank you, because you beat me to the punch there. So shout out to you. I appreciate you, Dusty Demon Destroyer. I appreciate you, man. For all you new people in the building, man, if you haven't done so already, please drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. We would greatly appreciate it if you do so, man. Appreciate you, man. Brandon Kobe said, we're not getting Donovan. He's too good. We don't got the players. Okay. I agree to disagree there. I think it's very possible. Like I said, they said the same thing about Anthony Davis, and we got him. He's talking to Reggie. Let me mind my business. Lakers got a 39, 40-year-old in Braun. We don't need another near 40-year-old in Paul. 5 to 13 tiers too late. No, I get you. I'm not for it. I'm just saying I understand why he's linked to it, because minimum, stuff like that. I'm not for it, but like I said, to me, it's no news. I'm not, it's really nothing to me. You know what I mean? If we get him on a minimum, like it'd be like, getting like a Christian Wood. Like I don't getting a Jackson Hayes, a Cam Reddish. I don't, it's not game change. It doesn't move the needle for me at all. Hey, Jeff, if marketing won't require AR, would you rather do that trade than Spider? Would probably require him, but knowing Lakers tax. I don't think Markkanen's getting moved. I think he gets extended this year. I think he's staying in Utah. I don't think he's moving anywhere. I'm going to take credit for discovering Jeff as the best Laker podcaster. Just hearing, just letting you all know. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I definitely don't think I'm the best. There's a lot of great ones out here, but I appreciate your confidence and your support. So thank you so much for that. Appreciate you, man. Purple and Gold, what's up, my guy? Appreciate you, man. Let's see. Jeff, if not Mitchell, is it a sure thing to get DeJounte Murray? I think the Lakers front office is desperate to trade this offseason. I wouldn't say anything is a guarantee. Keep in mind, the longer that this kind of goes, of them going after Mitchell, maybe guys come off the board, but maybe the Lakers kind of set some type of deadline there. Like, look, we want to go in on this, but we don't want to miss people. I don't know how long they're going to wait, so we're going to have to wait and see. I can't pretend to to know what the timeline or who they're going to be able to get will be. I just really do fully feel and believe. I said believe. Is that a word? Jesus, I think I just created it. I feel and believe that the Lakers are going to be very, very aggressive and drive a hard bargain. And I think that Cleveland will know rather early that the Lakers have potentially the best offer out there, and that might force their hand early. So we will wait to see. Having said that, this will not happen until at least at the very earliest after the draft, and more than likely after July 1st. For a lot of reasons, CBA retaining that this will not happen as far as Mitchell goes prior to the draft. Now, the team can work out framework, and they can have a path to it, and then they can draft at 17 for Cleveland. They can do all that, and then it could be announced after July 1st. So they could have talks, they could have framework in place, but the trade just more than likely won't be done until the actual summer. See, Patrick, we got a super chat in the building. We scroll down here to get to it. We got Highly again, man. Appreciate you so much. Man, thank you. Part 1 of 2, just in case they can't get Spider. Here's an alternative route. LA gets let's D'Lo walk. Yes. 2 Rui and the 2001st and 3 seconds for Caruso. Okay. 3 AR Gabe and a 2029 first for DeJounte. I don't dislike these, and get out of my head, Highly, because I'm telling you, I got another video coming on this soon. And there's very similar. My guy Low, I was talking to earlier, man. We was talking back and forth, and he's kind of on the same level with that too. So we got some very intelligent people in this chat, man. You guys are picking up on some things. That's very good. The only thing here I will say is this. Letting D'Lo walk, while not be terrible, it could get you to a point where potentially you have the non-taxpayer mid-level, which opens up more money, so that's not too bad. Rui in a first and 3 seconds for Caruso, I think is possible. Okay, so we're on to something there for 1 and 2. 3 AR, Gabe, and the 2029 first for DeJounte is where I think we might hit a little bit of turbulence there. I think that Atlanta, because of what they paid for Murray, I don't think we're going to be able to get out of getting him without giving up 2 firsts. So if you throw the 2 in there with the 1 that you did for Caruso, then we might be onto something. And like I said, you're on the same path of kind of what I was leaning on. So definitely love where you're going with that, because that's definitely been in my head. I've got an article coming out that I think you guys are going to enjoy, with a video following as well, along the lines of some other fallback options outside of Donovan, and some of this is definitely in there. So great take there, because that's exactly where I'm at with it. So appreciate you, man. Let's see. Let me see. Did I get to this one already? Okay, there we go. Okay, stay up. What's going on, brother? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. What's up, Jeff? What's your dream coach for LeBron and AD? Phil with the triangle, Pop with his motion offense. Fun to think about it. I would love Phil and AD and Bron, but triangle's a little outdated. See, if it was earlier in the 2000s, yes, but in this one, yeah, that'd probably be a little outdated. Pop adjusted multiple times to his tenure. At one point he was very, very, very heavy offensively. Then it became dominant defensively. Then they became a hybrid. So Pop, when he was younger, it's probably the same time, early 2000s. But to be honest, if I had to go with today, in today's game, in today's age, doing this right here, right now, probably someone like Spo, Eric Spoelstra would be probably my pick to go with it, because to me, he's the best coach currently in the league. And so that's who I would take, the guy who I feel is the best coach in today's game to coach this version of those Lakers. Let me see here. Looks like we got another super chat in the building. Thank you so much, Highly. Appreciate you. Part 2 of 2. 4, sign O'Neal to a contract similar to what Gabe signed last year. Sign Tillman, Dinwiddie, KPJ, and McGee to minimum deals. Resign Christie. These are all incredible takes. These are all very, very smart potential moves. So in this case, if you already had Christian Wood opt in, wait to see what Jackson Hayes and Cam Reddish do. I would assume that both of them opt in because they didn't really do much to add value. Lakers could always move them or trade them in any of these deals that they're working on to free up those other minimum spaces. So that could definitely happen. These are all incredible. And like I said, keep an eye out for that article. At this point, you're almost writing it for me because I've touched on some of these. So very, very good eye, very, very good intellect. I love when people make the channel better. And I love people that I can learn from as well in the chat. So thank you again so much, Haley. Highly sorry, you corrected me last time. I greatly appreciate you for the membership. the super chats from the past, and as well as becoming a paid subscriber on the Substack. Just thank you so much. You are greatly appreciated. Let me get back to where we was. Where we at? Okay, here we go. Imagine CP3 a Laker and Rondo as an assistant. That would be wild. So imagine JJ Redick, the Van Gundy brothers, Rondo, CP3, Perron. Oh my God. It'd be like Hard Knocks. They'd have to come put a camera around this theme all year, man. Bro, the Riley and JJ rhetoric comparisons gotta stop. No, I mean, I'm gonna tell you this. Obviously, it would be foolish to speak on the resume, but we talk about the competitiveness, the feistiness, and kind of just the in-your-face kind of approach. JJ does have some of that, Reg Dog. He really does. But like I said, to sit here and act like he could be Pat Riley on the sidelines, I would say he is in that ilk of it, of kind of in that style of personality. Never going to sit up here and say that obviously that's going to translate to his resume or his legacy. That would be foolish. But I'm talking about his personality. I can definitely see some comparisons there. And I said it before it was an article and before it was on TV and Twitter. You guys could check my last two videos. I talked about it. It's actually, I'm telling you, it's only stupid if you expect the Pat Riley results. But if you're talking about the personality, it's really not, guys. I'm telling you. Always thinking, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Rajon Rondo would be thrown out by referees too much in anger. He would. He'd probably be slapping up players too, man. I think the two people that the Lakers would have to be careful of hiring would be Rondo and Becky Hammond, because he might sock and slap people, man. There's no patience over there for sure. Purple and Gold says, hey Jeff, your take on LBJ not involved with the coaching search because of its I don't believe that to be true. I spoke on that. Pat Riley wasn't always Pat Riley, so anything is possible. Facts. That's what I'm saying. I just personality wise, like you couldn't, no one is sitting, and the Lakers would be, and anyone else would be foolish to think that he's going to step in and have that impact that Pat Riley did. If he does, wow, fantastic, right? But to sit up here and expect that would be a little wild. But again, to me, it's just the personality side of it. I think he does have some of those personality quirks that someone like a Pat Riley has. I have no idea what that will translate to as far as wins, team culture. I don't think everybody fully understands the stuff that Pat Riley did as a coach. I don't think people fully understand. Like, he would not he hated it when teams brought their family or wives on the road. He once benched Byron Scott because he got married during the All-Star break and felt he wasn't all locked in on the team. Like, Pat Riley has done some crazy stuff he was a nut job at times, control freak, trying to control even up to the Laker girls, like what was out there. He was trying to control everything. And he walked that line and pushed the envelope to the point that's why he became great. I don't know if JJ is ever going to be that, right? But at the end of the day, you guys have to understand the lengths of what Pat Riley went to be great. He drove people crazy. He fought with all kinds of people. And I don't know if there's another human being on the planet that's like Pat Riley. But I don't think I know that's definitely not what I'm saying when I said that before about what I'm saying. He's kind of out of that kind of Pat Riley school. Kind of that kind of outspoken, the tenacity, like just the aggression, like he'll get in someone's face, anyone's. That's what I'm trying to say. But as far as like I don't know if there will ever be another person, let alone a head coach like Pat Riley, because but I'm telling you, it's not as crazy as it thinks for the personality comparison. It's just really not. What would have Kobe thought about? I can't speak on that. People are free to celebrate, how they want. I wasn't referring to an individual, so I want to make that clear. Definitely when I was definitely not speaking on Dan or anyone I know personally that did it. I was just joking around entirely. You know what I mean? I was more joking with my chat, but outside of that, like I said, there are, like I said, there were a lot of people who just really wanted to see them go down, not just Laker fans, not just my brother Dan, not just any of those guys, that there was a lot of people that wanted to see that happen. The team that, it's kind of funny is I'm kind of on the other side of it. To me, I think it's more honorable when you lose to the champ. You know what I mean? Like they say, some respect the ones that got shot. I respect the shooter. You know what I mean? You could, you know what I mean? You could kind of tell which side of, but so for me, I kind of feel a little bit more like we had a little bit more of a respectable season if we lost to the champs. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, I don't have a problem losing to a champ. But outside of that, once they beat us, spending energy on just rooting for them to lose just doesn't bring my team back. I just go back. I just become a basketball fan at that point. I just watch. I just want a great series. But as far as I can't speak to what Kobe, to be honest, I didn't see Dan's celebration, so I can't speak too highly on it. But I'm sure he had I'm sure he had fun over there. I know he hates Denver and he hates he's not too fond of Joker. But shout out to Dan, man. I'm sure he had a ball over there. Lakers Dodgers for life. What's going on, man? Jeff out here breaking ankles on the court with his takes. All facts. Salute to you, bro. Refreshing to listen to someone that knows what he is talking about. Thank you. You're far too kind. Nah, there's plenty of people out here to know what they're talking about, so I appreciate you putting me in that cloth. So thank you so much. Greatly appreciate you. Man, I think Boston has a clear path to that actual ring. Denver losing felt cool, and we can call the Los Angeles Timberwolves the Nuggets daddy, but Boston is more important. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm just saying, where are y'all at celebrating these Boston L's? Come on, man. You forget the mission here. Okay, don't forget the mission. No, I'm just telling you, I would just have fun with my chat, man. That's all it was. There was nothing indirect or direct, nothing like that. I think my post or what I said on the show was like, these Timberwolves tramp stamps are getting ridiculous because it was wild, man. But like I said, what time was that? Lakers Timberwolves parade at today, right? Because y'all was wilding, man. Y'all was wilding. I didn't even see all the content creators do it, but I know they were. I know people on Twitter. I know y'all was wilding, bro. Y'all was wilding. And the Dodgers had a walk-off win and nobody cared. That was crazy. Shohei Ohtani had his first walk-off as a Dodger. Like nobody cared because they were more excited about Denver losing. That's wild to me. But teach his own, man. Teach his own. Where was that foul call today with 10 seconds to go? Indiana robbed. That comes and goes, but also should have been some timeouts. Another thing to speak on is like everyone, that timeout conversation. Carlisle definitely should have done a timeout. But it's just furthering and furthering. Malone went large stretches, including like damn near a 20-0 run without calling a timeout. So this is some of the stuff I was telling you about Darvin, about early on, is saying like he's not the only one that's doing this, and every fan base is starting to have a problem with this. So this new strategy that these coaches are going with, NBA fan bases have not caught up to it. They're not prepared for it. They're not that progressive yet. They're not ready for that change in style. They've been programmed for so long that these timeouts have to be called at a certain time. And when you take them outside of the regularly scheduled program, woo, man, they don't like it. So I think these coaches need to wake up because their fan bases are getting a little upset. But like I said, it wasn't just Darvin that did that. Again, Darvin had his own level of things that were way worse. But what I'm saying is this is kind of common now around the NBA. It really, really is. Let's see. We can't spend too much money on a center. Yeah, not if we want to fill out the rest of the roster. Let's see. D. Mitchell works well next to LeBron since we're going to keep him. Yeah, I think he does too. Gilbert is going to trade him to the Lakers. Nope. I hear you, Tina. But like I said, go back and listen maybe to the beginning of the video, what I was saying. I gave a ton of examples to why I say that narrative is false. Not guaranteeing he's going to trade him here. But I think it's more possible than people want to admit or than they think. I said make a poll. What do you think that poll should be? You put a poll on the new format versus the Horizon format. I have no idea what he just said there. Charlie, hello to you. Thank you. I appreciate you. For some reason, can't zoom this in on my TV. You can zoom in. Oh, okay. So I mean, again, if you guys don't like this format, let me know. I just know like a lot of people have been asking for it since they saw other people do it, especially majority of the people who are on their their mobile devices. So like I said, if it's something you guys don't like, I can definitely like go back to it. But just let me know. Keo says Lou to the Lakers. I mean, I think that wouldn't be it. Obviously, that would be probably the best thing they could do, but he's just simply not available as of right now. This format is okay, but I do like the OG format better. Okay, cool. Good. That's good feedback. Okay. Jeff should make a poll. Okay. The poll for the format. Got you. Okay. I like regular YouTube format better. Okay. All right. Got you guys. We beat Boston in 2010. We avenged our 2008 defeat. I feel no vengeance for Then because we beat them, maybe it's fine. The Celtics who feels more vengeance to us because we beat them and never won the chip. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I think there's a lot of people who talk about that Boston rivalry, but because they never really fully lived through it, it's more talk than actual backing up. So a lot of people, so when it comes down to it, they're really not doing it. You know what I mean? So it's more people of today's Laker fandom like have more of a rivalry with like the Clippers, the Suns, and like stuff like that. Like a lot of them like they grew up hearing the Boston stuff, but they never really got affected by it. So they don't really do it. You know what I mean? And that's okay. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. F Boston. There you go. Say it with your chest, Abraham. Abraham Rojo, man. There you go. Appreciate you, man. Like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, please drop a like on the video. If you have not done so already, please subscribe to the channel. We here nightly, man. We talk Lakers, we talk Dodgers, we talk the overall NBA, MLB, overall good place to be, man. It's a friendly place. You can agree, you could disagree. It's all good as long as everyone here is respectful, which for the most part it is. You are all welcome here, and you are greatly, greatly appreciated. Let's see. Tina says other teams are going to offer more for him. Dan Gilbert doesn't like the Lakers. I don't think he wants to help LBJ win. But that's the thing I'm going to challenge people on is that they might not get more offers for him or better offers for him if he's not committing to stay there. So if the Lakers are his destination of choice, and he's telling everyone else that he will not extend and will opt out to become an unrestricted free agent, then they will offer less. Exactly what happened with Anthony Davis. This is very similar to what happened with the Anthony Davis trade. Jedi Chris, what's going on, sir? Yeah, regular YouTube format is way better than this. This way doesn't let me listen in the background. Okay, gotcha. All right, so we'll make some adjustments then. I had a lot of people asking me for this, so if you guys don't like it, then I'll go back to the next one. What's your next move if we get Spider? I gotta wait and see. Depends what that deal looks like. What happens with D'Lo? Is it Rui and Reeves? Is there some type of sign and trade with D'Lo? It's hard to tell. We got to see where we are with the money at that point. I wouldn't mind him coming to the Lakers. So no, I hear you, Tina. And like I said, there's a lot of people out there saying why it won't happen. And I'm just here to give you an alternative solution as to maybe why it could happen is all I'm saying. I don't know which one worse. Lakers blowing a 20-point lead to the Pacers blowing a 3-point lead, the possession in 10 seconds. Probably the 20, man. Chris, what's going on, my brother? No. I just did mobile mode. Like I said, I had a lot of people asking for this because a lot of other creators are doing it. So I didn't even know. I haven't even done this before. So I switched it today. So like I said, we'll see what the reaction is overall, and then we'll go from there. But shout out to my brother Court King Chris, the graphic god in the building, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Let's see, Pacers choked on the Boston T-Bat. They for sure did, man. They gave that away. Boston escaped that tonight. Who will be the right head coach? At this point, what's up, Optimist? I would love it to be Lou, but I don't think that's going to be available. And like I said, I think all the other candidates other than JJ all have the same level of risk. I think JJ has the only potential for star potential. Adelman is probably the safest, but I think JJ's ceiling potentially could be higher. So I think the Lakers want to go with what they think could be the home run hire. I don't know if he will be, but I can understand the train of thought, man. I can understand. Yo, my guy, LOE. What's going on, my brother Low? Thank you for tuning in, brother. I appreciate you. Make sure to go over and subscribe to Lakers Over Everything, man. My brother in these YouTube Laker streets, man. Got to go to a lot of Laker games with my guy Low this season. It was great, and I enjoyed it. So make sure to tune in to Low. Make sure to check out his wrestling channel as well. Incredible guy, man. Great knowledge over there. He's been on the show before. He'll be on the show plenty other times. Going to be going to some Dodger games soon with Low as well. He's Dodgers Over Everything now. He's Doe and Low. So appreciate you, brother, for tuning in, man. Thank you. Subscribe, people. It's that easy to support Jeff. Hey, appreciate you. It is. It's that easy. Just sub up, man. Just sub up. Subscribe. Drop a like on the video. Share the video. Shout out to everyone over on Twitter as well, man. I greatly appreciate y'all, man. Make sure to drop a like on the post. Retweet it. I think we got 60 people on Twitter right now. So shout out to y'all. Excuse me, still dealing with this ramifications from that flu, man. Houston may be good competition for Mitchell. Alejandro, they probably would if it was another year in the draft. But that number 3 pick in this year's draft probably really isn't that desirable. And you can get 3 unprotected picks from the Lakers. See, here's what you got to understand. Teams are bet like Danny Ainge, who's got picks from the Lakers and wants more picks from the Lakers. Teams are betting on the Lakers not being able to be good after LeBron era. They're betting on that. A lot of teams don't trust Jeannie and Rob to get it right after Bron's gone. They're fumbling it technically while he's still here. So they're betting on the Lakers botching it once Bron is gone. Maybe they trade AD. Maybe they get out of there. Maybe they clear the deck. to free up salary cap to bring in another guy. Maybe they have a bad season or two there just to get out from under some contracts. And at that point, you could be sitting in position of some of their lottery picks. And that's how you got to look at it. And I think that's how the Lakers, other teams are going to look at it, because they don't trust the Lakers to get it right. And number 45 is still available for him to use. So everything is built. Spider is here. That's LFG. It's true. Y'all think we drafted Bronny? I think we are going to buy the pick that does get Bronny in the second round, yes. And I believe it will be before the 55th pick. I knew LBJ would sign with the Lakers. Magic don't have to do much. Yeah, no. Yeah, he really didn't have to do much. The only thing the Lakers had to do was get Jim Buss and Mitch Kupchak out of there. As soon as they did that, it was pretty much done. I'm more worried on the Lakers hiring JJ after comparing him to Barry. I hear you. KD, what up, sir? What up, Jeff? I'm here. Just got here. Can you please explain the new CBA for this offseason and what are the cautions for it? For that, if you keep talking about that, just curious about why you think it is. There's a lot of rules that changed, and some of them went in last offseason. The remainder of them come in this offseason. So depending, the more you spend, the lesser you can do in the summer. So you have a salary cap, and then you get to the salary cap, and then you get the tax level, and then you get the first apron. So the Lakers this season were hard capped at the first apron. So they can pay tax, but they couldn't go over the first apron. So next season, as of July 1st, that hard cap is now gone unless they do other moves that triggers it, like taking someone in on a sign and trade or using their exceptions. Or there's things that can do it if you trade a certain amount of player and bring in a different dollar amount back. There are different things that can do to trigger that hard cap. I believe the Lakers will go past the first apron. I believe that they will hard cap themselves at the second apron, whether they hard cap themselves or just refuse to spend over that second apron. During this summer, I will do a complete deep dive on that new CBA. I've got an excellent, perfect guest for you guys to join me on this. Someone I've been speaking to for years. I've been holding off on this episode, getting towards this summer. So you guys are going to enjoy that one. Bloodhound, what's going on, man? Keeping D'Lo isn't our choice. He has a player option. It's not our choice until he makes a decision one way or another. But even him opting out could still be our choice, because he could very much still require the Lakers to help him get more money. So that's a fact. Satro, what's going on, sir? Yes, sir. Appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate you. If D'Lo wants the most money, they sign and trade option is the best for him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So let's see. Tyrone says, I'm trading for PG-13. I don't believe that's possible. Tyrone, I don't believe, one, the Clippers will do that deal, and two, the Lakers got pretty much got their entire team. If he opts in and wants that $50 million, whatever it is, that's just a much bigger deal to take. You want Sam Cassell? I hear you. Some people want Sam Cassell. I don't think it's going to happen, but maybe he ends up as an assistant. Kurt, what's going on, sir? Hey, Jeff, best mods in the biz and chats. How's Lucky doing? Lucky's doing great, man. Had himself a good little 3-mile walk today before the show, listening to the Dodger game, and then come in here and do the show with you guys. But appreciate you, man. Lucky's had himself a good day today. Good day for Lucky, man. Lakers 1963. What's up, man? What's good, Jeff? What's up, JSJ? Your opinion on a scale of 0 to 5, outside of Deng and Mozgov, how much better has Jeannie and Rob done other than Jim and Mitch? Well, they got LeBron. They got Anthony Davis. They won a championship. Jim and Mitch did win championships. I think, if they just would not have done that Russell Westbrook trade, man. And I know they've come back from that. But I mean, they won the chip. They got Braun, they got AD. But I hear you. It's just, we weren't going to be in position to get anyone else with those two in charge anymore. The word was out. No one really wanted to come play for the Lakers as long as those guys were in charge. Mr. J, what's going on, man? We don't want D'Lo. Sorry. We trading Garland, LeVert, Allen, the Phoenix Suns for KD. I don't believe KD moves this summer. Let's see. What happened to the good old days when coaches with pedigree were available? Yeah, I've been saying for a while too that the era of the great head coach, I believe, is gone. Now, as far as ones you can actually get, I think are gone. There's only a few of those guys really left in the league. You see the hirings come up, and it's usually like recycled, retread guys or up and coming assistants, and it's usually like player development guys, player friendly guys. The old school style coaching candidates seem to be not in the cards anymore. They just doesn't seem to be the wave anymore, and I think it's hurting the league to a point. One, I can't necessarily say that teams don't want to spend on coaches anymore, because we've seen teams spend dummy on coaches. Look what Monty Williams got. Phoenix just gave Budenholzer, crazy money over there too. Make sure to drop a like on the video, guys, if you haven't done so already, man. Those 3 dots in the top right of your mobile phone, hit that hit that thumbs up, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Shout out to everyone over on YouTube. Shout out to everyone on Twitter, man. Also, become a membership. Hit that join button. There's a link to become a member in the description as well. For less than the cost of lunch, you can become a member for a month. Like I said, 3 different tiers. We got some member-only giveaways, vlogs, member-only videos. And like I said, we're going to have some merchandise and some jersey gives away soon. So become a member. Greatly appreciate those who have already. Man, you guys got the chat popping tonight, man. I'm doing what I can to catch up here, man. I'm going to have to do rapid fire here. I'm probably not going to be able to do long answers here. Let's see. We got, what's going people saying? What's up? Kurt says, everyone, please like, subscribe. Facts. Let's see. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, highly. Definitely. Jeff, would you admit that the Celtics have a better front office than the Lakers? Celtics since 2010 have been a playoff, a contending team. We hit rock bottom since then, but we did win a chip, though. Yeah, I have no problem admitting their front office. See, the Lakers are very non-committal on what they spend on their front office. They probably have the smallest front office in the league, smallest budget for their front office in the league. Boston is the opposite of that, and Brad Stevens has been excellent. Danny Ainge, other than hoarding draft picks, seen to make a lot of good moves as well. So yes, I think that's something I can agree with. Mitchell could end up with the Orlando Magic. I think they have picks to trade. They do have picks to trade, but again, if he doesn't commit to stay there and he wants a bigger market, he can kind of kill that deal if he wants to. Let's see, Antoine Broom, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, man. Cleveland Fox radio host said Mitchell been disgruntled for a while and said he wants the Lakers. Also said reports about Dan Gilbert are false, and he was with LeBron before the Cavs game. Now, see, I wanted to talk about that. Damn you, I was holding off on that, but I got to speak on it now. All right. Damn it. All right, but you're right. You are right. And I'm going to tell you this, guys. I'm going to tell you this. Remember, everyone was saying, oh, why is Bron going to Cleveland? He's going back to Cleveland. He's going back to Cleveland. Nope. You find it ironic that he ended up there on the day that Gilbert would be there? He was there the whole weekend for Mother's Day. They were there talking on Garland. Like I said, this is very strategic on the Lakers and Bron side. Very strategic. And thank you for that comment, because I wasn't gonna use it yet, but you're absolutely right. I had that on my notes here, man. Absolutely 100% true. And it's part of the reasons why Bron went to Cleveland, y'all. It's part of the reason, man. It's part of the reason. Let's see, people talking to each other, let me mind my business. I take Chris Paul off the bench. It's not a horrible signing for the minimum. Nope, it's not. If we get JJ and PG, we just need to add Draymond and Pat Bev to have the all podcast team. Oh my God, that would be incredibly annoying. Okay, everyone talking to each other. Let's skip through some of these. Okay, everyone, please check out the pinned comment for Jess. Well-written Substack on Donovan Mitchell to the Lakers. Thank you, Kurt. Appreciate you. You're far too kind. Absolutely right. I felt I did pretty good on that article. Check it out, y'all. Add another first for Murray. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I think so. Hold up. You want to send Rui a first and 3 seconds for Caruso? It might take that, Micah, because they want 2 picks for him. So that it might come to that if you want to get him for sure. You will have more holes to fill if you trade all those players and get and no money to sign players. Well, like I said, his contract is basically equivalent to Rui and Reeves. So it's not as bad because he's not making what Westbrook would. So a little different scenario there. Do you think this Laker team with Grant instead of Rui would have beaten Denver? Do you mean Jeremy Grant? Is that Grant you're talking about? I think this team with Vando had a chance to beat Denver, but with Grant and Vando, yeah, I mean the Lakers had a chance to beat them this year. Like I know it was a gentleman's sweep, but they were in every game and led most of the series. How do you know when a team's playing in a system versus just hooping? You can tell by the way the quality that they get their shots. A team that's playing in a system typically is designed to get players, especially the star players, shots in their spots and free up open shots for role players. Now, you can also free up shots for open players when your stars get cooking independently, isolation like the Clippers run, or like the Pelicans. But a lot of those guys, like systems, are generally designed for people who cannot create their own shot, or people that can create their own shot, but for some reason have problems getting to their spots. So it just depends. Let's see, people talking to each other. Just do a simple sign and trade deal with Bruce Brown. Now, that's something that could happen. That is something that could happen, but Toronto would have to pick up that option, and that would have to happen after July 1st. But that is something that I believe is in discussion. Absolutely. That's been in discussion. The Lakers have been targeting Bruce Brown since last summer. They're going to continue to try to get him. Yeah, that was great. She had great takes there. How would you describe Bruce Brown's game? Is he a hooper, defensive pest, off ball guy, or point guard? He's a Swiss Army knife that is a dog that can defend. He's capable of making shots, even though he doesn't shoot the greatest percentages. He's a good team leader out there. He like I said, he's a dog, and we need more dogs. He's a veteran at this point. He's played on a championship team, so he's got that experience. He's played with multiple stars. He's got that experience. He's just a guy that you just want on your team if you're trying to win a championship. He does a lot of things well. Let's see. Gary, what's going on? Appreciate you. If you think the Lakers are Donovan Mitchell's away from competing, you're delusional. I didn't say that. I said that it puts them on the road to being competitive if they can fill in some spots around them that make sense. But to me, it's more along the lines of getting a player now and making the team better now for the future. But just getting him, that doesn't make us a top tier contender. But technically, like I said, you get him and get some health and get some luck, some guys missing out on money that you can sign for your mid-level or minimum, then I think you could be a contender for sure. JJ doesn't have enough hair. It could be Pat Riley. Caruso is 30 years old. I'm not giving up first in 2 seconds for him. It's too much. 30 years old is not too bad. But again, if you're going for a championship and you're trying to win, defense, especially at our guard position, is important. And we don't have that. Don't have it. I don't know how much Caruso makes. About $8 million, man. So it's not too bad. If you're getting Caruso, all makes it to where you can almost overpay to get a big too, because Caruso's underpaid. Let's see. Yeah, so now because it's gone up. Yeah, so it started about 8, right? So about 9.4. Yeah. Joker would have feasted against Boston. I want to see the Celtics go down. Yeah, that's what I got telling people. Like, you really want Denver to lose, and that, to me, I felt that was the best bet to beat Boston. But again, it is what it is, man. People's pride, man. That pride. Lakers would have got smoked by the Wolves too, as if they had a chance in hell. I mean, we beat the Wolves last year. We've beaten them this year. Like I said, I mean, we don't know. They didn't play. We don't know. Pacers choke job was so frustrating to watch. Wanted to see the Celtics lose at home. They almost did. Man, I'm telling you, those T-Wolves tramp stamps were out on Sunday, man. They were out. There you go, Chris. F Boston. I hope we can finally beat the Nuggets next season and JJ Redick ish talks them, the Nuggets, and declare himself the Nuggets daddy. He probably would. Man. Let's see. What is that? Oh, my bad. I'm on Twitch. How did that happen? What the hell? I much prefer horizontal format over vertical format. Appreciate you. Hold on. Did I have my settings set on portrait for Twitch? Oh, that's crazy. I didn't even know I was on there. Even if Boston does win, they still have never won a midseason tournament like us. Talk to him. Quentin, I appreciate you, man. Quentin Sosa, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your support. New subscriber, thank you once again. Appreciate you. Come around more often. I think you're gonna like what you hear, man. Where it's a very, very friendly place to be, and I greatly appreciate the sub. Drop a like on the video. Shout out to everyone who subscribed. Greatly appreciate you. Lo, you stupid. I just got your text. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Dan Inspiration said, that's funny. Seems like every team and GM in the NBA hating on the Lakers. Drew Holiday wanted to be a Lakers, but they kept him away from us. I mean, no one's going to openly help any team. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, when the Lakers, the way they go about their business, the way they move their players before they fully develop, they move draft picks. The Lakers don't always have, or rarely do have, the best package to trade for a player. That's why I was one of those people who said it's going to be better for them to wait until the offseason to make a move, because at the time of the trade deadline, only having that one pick, you were going to use that pick and not get really anything great out of it. So now the Lakers are in a position now where the Bostons were and where these other teams who got these players were, because they had the assets to do so. The Lakers are now in that tier, and now they're going to have to operate smartly, because once they do that, it's going to be years before they're in that tier again. So they have to use these picks wisely. And this season is going to be the one where they empty that clip. It's just they're going to empty it, man. I'm telling you. Salute, Jeff. And yeah, I like the old format better. Okay, got you. Appreciate you, Festo. Appreciate y'all, man. Can't believe Mitchell's only 6'1", and the NBA should include the 2 inches with shoes on. You can't play the NBA game without shoes on. Yeah, that's why they always said, with shoes on. In my opinion, the old format allows you to hit the like button quicker rather than searching for it. Gotcha. Again, I had a lot of people asking for this because other creators were using it. So, like I said, I'll see what the overall consensus of it is. What's going on, Miguel? Appreciate you, man. Yeah, Grove was trash today, man. Absolute trash today, man. Hope you don't Oh man. I would choose Sam over JJ. Sam paid his dues already. Yeah, he's definitely paid his dues, but he's been he's been interviewed several times and has never got a job. I don't know why that is. Training for package Caruso and Levine is what option for you? Be out. Anything with Levine is an F to me. That money is disgusting. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It majority of my viewers, and I mean majority, like 80 something percent of them are on mobile. So apparently, per YouTube, the mobile people prefer this view. So again, I'm gonna make it a community discussion. I'll put up a poll yeah, in the community section after the show. Because I want to get everyone, I want to get the live viewers, I want to get the replay watchers, I want to get the show, I want to get all that. So I'm gonna wait and see on that. I agree with you, Festival. I agree with you, but he's never been an assistant. He's never done anything. I agree. I agree with that, but I still think he might be the best of all available options. Now, if Ty Lue was available, that's a different situation. Top of the evening. What's up, love the show? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I don't get the being better for the future and rebuilding talk. We have LeBron and AD now. Remember how ugly it was for 7 years before LeBron came? To talk to him. Exactly. There's a thing called the Lakers tax. It's real. But yeah, there's a tax for all top tier teams or big city teams. The problem is those other teams typically have assets to make moves when we don't. It's just the nature of the business. While the Laker tax is real, let's not act like they don't try to overcharge other teams too. You know what I mean? Just the thing is, these teams have assets when the Lakers don't, and that's typically just the way it goes. Who is your midseason champ pick next year? Who are your contenders? Lakers going to win the midseason tournament like for the first 5 years it's in existence, man. Just watch. I'm on mobile, but watching them on TV. Appreciate you. Wherever you guys are watching, I greatly appreciate you, man. You want to coach with a century's experience, Patrick Ewing? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But no, I appreciate you guys. And like I said, this is a different format. It puts it, like I said, I was getting a lot of requests for it. People were asking why I wasn't using those formats. But like I said, I'll put a poll up in the community section. We're getting a lot of traction on it tonight, so it's looking good right now. But I definitely, appreciate everybody tuning in. This was a good topic. Like I said, the narrative's flying around, the Dan Gilbert thing. I think while you have to consider it, absolutely consider it. But I'm telling you, like I said, Bron's trip to Cleveland had absolutely nothing to do with him going back to Cleveland. It had nothing to do with it. Bron is still actively working for the Lakers while under contract, and whether he opts out or extends or whatever it is, he's laying that framework to get stuff done. And like I said, he was seen with Gilbert both on the court and off of it. So I think that's important. And I think that people are going to be surprised at how realistic this trade actually could be. Now, does it happen? I have no clue. I'm not even going to put a percentage on it yet because too many things have to go right. Too many things have to happen. And we'll have to wait and see if those things do happen. But at the end of the day, the Lakers definitely have a chance at getting this deal. Definitely have a chance. So don't just write it off because you see something on the internet. It's not pretend. What's up, Joe Dirt? It's not pretend LeBron is old and slow. He's true. If we trade Gabe, are we going to having another MLE average and all? So we could get up to, we have 5 million. We can get to a point where it's like 12 and change. If we get below, like I said, the tax, which is possible. But it depends what happens. It depends what happens. It's too early to know what is going to happen. But I promise you, I got you guys A to Z on the cap when it comes down to the Lakers, chances, options. Trust me, I'm your go-to guy for the business of basketball on these YouTube streets. The no narratives, no hype, never too high, never too low. Just giving you that real raw basketball talk, man. So make sure to pull up, continue to pull up. If you're a new subscriber today, make sure to come around, man. Don't be a stranger. For the day ones, for the people who joined halfway, I appreciate y'all, man. Continue to make sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Hit that join button, become a member. Like I said, we got 3 different tiers of membership here. Man, just a great night tonight, man. Just a great night tonight, man. Twitter was turned up, still is. YouTube's turned up, still is. Appreciate you, man. Greatly appreciate you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the night. But I definitely just want to say one more time, make sure to drop that like on the video if you have not done so already. You guys are greatly, greatly appreciated. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you here with me. You know, I appreciate that. Shout out to my mods, man. We had JSJ and Kurt in the building. Search is still on PTO, comes in, you know, when he feels like it. So, but just appreciate y'all, man. Definitely appreciate y'all. And I thank all the time you guys spent here tonight. And I will catch you guys here again tomorrow night. If I don't end up going to the Dodger game tomorrow, I'll be here with you guys. So enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night. Have a great Wednesday. Enjoy these NBA playoffs. And I'll be, if I don't talk to you guys tomorrow, I will be definitely talking to you guys on the next one, man. Appreciate you, Alejandro. Appreciate y'all. Y'all stay safe. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Everyone on the replay watch, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment in the section. Dante, what's going on, my brother? I see you. Yeah, you late. You late, brother. Go back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning. Watch it. This was a banger. This is a banger, brother. So let me know. Shout out to Dante, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate all y'all. Y'all be safe. I'll catch you guys tomorrow or Wednesday, depending if I go to the Dodger game or not. Y'all have a good one, man. Thank you guys again.